Hello, always Dizzy here. Going to start with puzzle streak of 41, as I always do before I play any games. Lately, 41 has been going pretty well. I think I've been averaging about 23 minutes or so, which is pretty good. I'd like to keep that going. I'm going to start at the 1 minute mark, as I always do, which is in about 10 seconds from now. Still have a bit of a cough, so forgive me on that. Let's start. We are black. We can trade, and then I'll get both pawns. I can just win his rook. Mate. Fork. Mate. 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 I should win a piece. We win the bishop. If I keep coughing, I'll take a cough drop. Mate. Mate and two. Mate. I have rook b8 and then bishop c5. Or actually, maybe I take on f8. Yeah. What? What are you? Why? Why? Oh my god. Oh my god. I should have trusted my instinct on there. Well, I should have calculated better, but embarrassing. I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if that's enough. I don't like that one. That's still a game. Check, boom, check, boom. No, we have a bishop. Take care. Okay, well, we have a check. And I don't think, well, I mean, if he blocks, I can take. So he's got to go to to a7. And then I have this fork, and he doesn't have a check. I'm up a pawn. I think we're just going for this here. I have take and then check. It's only equal though. Plus you can just take with the queen. But then I have this. Interesting. Maybe, well, he's on my rook. Hello, Ilkar? So yeah, so if queen takes, rook g4. Takes. It's not good, right? No, please don't suggest moves. Please don't suggest moves. You should know that by now. Yeah, bishop e4 might work. Can we take on c6? And then I have a Zwischenzug. Check. attack the knight. If he takes my pawn, I take his knight. If he goes knight d1, then rook c1. But then he takes here. Okay, so knight d1, rook c1, rook e3, check, king f2, or here, then I can sack. So this is actually complicated, but okay, he goes the easy route. The other line is harder to find. I think we can just take and promote. It's going to be too slow. Check. Oh, sack and then rook, or then queen b5, g5. Should just be rook d7. And then take the rook. Ilkar, I'm not going to say again, please don't suggest moves. Please don't suggest moves. Okay? You should know by now. What you can do is you can say, I see it. Or got it. But please don't suggest moves, otherwise I have to minimize chat. So I could take and then queen d5. And I'm always protecting against checks. We are black. Looking at a deflection. So he takes with the knight. And then I can take, check, and I win the rook. And I'll be up the exchange. Still a lot of work there, though. If he goes king e1, I can probably just take the queen and then the rook. Same thing here. So I think this is... What? I mean, I did rush that a little bit, but I thought I had this. And I assumed he was going to take with a king. I didn't consider knight takes, so that was sloppy. Okay, Ilkar, I gotta ban you or whatever temporarily, because I've told you many times now. There's no excuse. So how do I even? Can I even do that on YouTube? Oh yeah, there is a timeout. So I'll give you a 30-minute timeout. I warned you so many times. Okay, so unfortunately, my software. Oh, there we go. So 30 minutes. Man, I had to time out somebody. I've told him so many times. Jeez, it's so simple to follow my directions. He keeps suggesting moves. And now he's gone for 30 minutes. I mean, seriously. Okay. I mean, I mean, there's no reason that I just needed to verify my solution. I just needed to spend 5 more seconds. But for some reason I didn't. What am I missing here? That's what I'm missing somehow. Mate. White. We are white. Do the fork here. Fork. We are black. We are black. We are black. We are black. Discovery. We are white. We are black. We are white. We are white. Take, take, take. Now they're starting to get tricky. Wonder if I can take and then rook d8 and then bishop d6. Check, and then we get this fork. Mate in 2. Check, and then we take the knight. Take. No, deflection. Take. Check. Mate in 2. We are black. Check. Mate? No. Okay, so rook d3, king b4. I still like it though. Rook b3. He's got one move. And we have a check here. King a6. And there's, yeah, I think that's what we're doing. I think there's one thing I didn't consider here, which is b3. But then we can take, and we have a discovery here, but not the best discovery at all. I don't see what else it would be though. So yeah, he does go b3. Okay, so check. king a2. Rook b4. If he goes to a1, then it's mate. So he has to go back to a3. Tricky. Maybe I start with a check. If he goes king a2. Check, maybe? I don't know. God, this is actually hard. Bishop c5 first. King a2. There's so many permutations here to consider. Yeah, if we start with a check, king b2, check. I don't know. Let's say king c1. That's very, I don't know. It's unclear. That's a bishop c5. And if I go rook b3, king a2. Could I go check here? And then then we just need to get him on a light square. If he goes king a3, check. That's not a light square though, but then, so king a1. But that's looking good. I'm going to go rook b3. It ends too soon. It ends too soon. So chat is dead. I did have to time out a guy. I could take and then take on e7, which is what I'm going to do. And we are black. I have no idea. There's a fork on c2. That's got to be it. And I'm thinking we go rook takes c2 here. But then our queen is overloaded right now. But I don't have to recapture the knight. I could maybe take on d1. And then there's going to be a back rank issue at the end. Wow. This one is, yeah, we can take on e1. Okay, check. That's a whole lot of nothing. Check. Are we happy with just winning the exchange? I think we are. I think we are. Drawing a complete blank here. I mean, in a bullet game, I'd probably play rook fd8. But this is not a bullet game. Actually, good thing. Yeah, this is under attack. Okay. What if I attack his queen? And then he moves the queen. Can't go there because rook d2. So he might have to play f4 here. Otherwise, I'm playing rook d2. If he goes queen e1, Again, I have this check. And then if rook e2, then I can take on f3. So I think he has to play f4 here. And then this is unprotected. So this seems to be correct. So we're down a rook. We can get a rook back, but I think we take the knight and then the rook. That's the way to do it. And here, equal material. I don't see anything standing out. I hate my bishop. There we go, fork. It's just got to be the fork. He could counterattack, but then I'm onto this rook. Okay, so we just take the knight. We are black. Chat is dead. What day is it? Thursday? And I streamed earlier today too. And nobody's here. we have 2 checks. So let's look at this one. If h takes g5, and that doesn't seem to be right. Oh, we have a discovery on the queen. My gosh. However, he can retake with the knight, which is check, but then I can return the favor. So it's going to be this. We are white. Always trade. Ooh, boy. Could be this little tricky move when he has to take. And take, and now his king is farther. And then could I go here? That's very interesting. I don't think that's the way to do it, though. Another interesting idea is playing d7. Wait, it's just a deflection. It's just a simple deflection. Man. Okay. We could take and then take. I think that's it. Whoa! Okay, he got a pawn, but big deal. And we are white. Can we start with a check and then just push? I think so. Let's verify. Rook c8, king g7, e7. We are black. Dvoretsky pawns. Where's programming archives when you need them? And now the $1 million question, which pawn? I think this one, because we want to kick out this rook. He can't leave the back rank, otherwise I'm promoting. And he can't leave the A file, otherwise I'm taking his rook. If he takes my rook on e1, and then I recapture, Dvoretsky pawns reign supreme. So it's going to be here. This is a little dangerous, because this is threatening mate. So I think we have to take it. Yeah, so I think we have to take it. If he then takes, I don't see the problem. So very nice. We are white. Can I? Well, we have to take it by the laws of chess. I mean, technically we don't, but if we don't want to lose. And then I think we're taking on d6. But maybe not. But probably. Because if I don't take on it, he's taking with the pawn. These are connected pawns. He can just put his pawn in front of my king. I'm never making progress there. So we have to take. Playing c5 doesn't make sense. Again, so we have to take. And then we have to think. Do we go to e2? Black can't move any pawns, or shouldn't. His king will have to defend. So king e2. If king c5, we have king e3 and a trebuchet. If king c5, king e3, king c5. I think I have c3. Takes, and then that's winning. Yeah, it ends too soon though. We are black. I think it's king c3. Because if he doesn't take my pawn, I'm taking his pawn. So he has to take, I recapture, and then I have that, whatever you want to call it. So we have we have a mate in 2, it looks like. Just verifying. Oh, it's not a mate in 2. Good thing I verified. Check, you can take on b3. Have a queen, though, I just noticed. Okay, we have a queen. So check, king b2. Check, king b3. Check, king b2. What if I went rook h7 to begin with? Hello, McCutie. Please don't suggest moves or I'll have to time you out. Another guy, I had to warn another guy like 3-4 times. I have chat open, so please don't suggest moves. You can just say I see it. I should put that in my notes here. Thanks for the sub. I should put that in the text up here. Don't suggest moves. Yeah, because I don't want help. Okay, but yeah, I first I looked at knight g6, but I don't see a continuation, so I want to look at rook h7. So rook takes h7, and then knight g6. And king g7, then maybe I have queen b7. So let's look at that. So check, takes, rook g6, king g7. But again, the problem is g6 is still hanging there, right? Bing, bang. So check, king g7, queen b7. And even then, he might have rook f7. No, wait. Okay. So rook h7, knight g6. Because I can take on h7, I think. So king g7, rook b7, check. Yeah, there's still rook f7. So I don't know if that's the right approach here. So losing my focus here. Rook h7. Rook h7. Is knight g6 the only follow-up there? Pretty much. Knight g6, king g7. We don't have time for slow moves. You'd think it has to be queen b7 and then rook f7. Or just king g7, king g6. Yeah, I don't think that's right. Okay, let me look at the other line again. So knight g6, king g7. I don't know how to get my queen in. The only way my queen gets in is on b7. Okay, so I don't think he has king g6 because I think I have queen h7 mate. So rook h7, knight g6, king g7, queen b7, king g6, queen h7 mate. Okay, I'm losing focus here. So no hints. No, come on. Jeez, sorry, but I don't want hints or answers. Okay, rook h7, knight g6, king g7, queen b7 check, king g6. Let me slow down because I'm having trouble keeping track of everything. Rook h7 check. Rook h7, knight g6 check. Yeah, so king g7, queen b7 check. If king takes g6, we have queen takes h7, which is mate. So after queen b7, he either has to go rook f7. No, he has to play rook f7. It's the only legal move. So that's forced. Okay, so we can start that over. So rook h7, knight g6, king g7, queen b7, rook f7. And then what? I wonder if I have knight h5 at the end. So after rook f7, knight h5 check. I don't know about that. Knight h5. He would have two moves. He can either go king f8 there or king g8. King, thank you, Flying Stamander. Okay, so yeah, so after knight h5, check, king g8. I think I might be over analyzing this because this is only rated 1800. I might be overdoing that. I don't know. That's a lot. I'm not sure. After king g8, in that position, I have a knight here, a knight here. My queen is on b7. His king's on g8. So, I don't think I'm making progress there. I don't think that's right. One thing to note is if he goes here, I have queen f5 mate. So knight g5, king g7, and then rook h7, king g6, queen f5 is mate. That might be it. So it was my original line modified. Knight g6, king g7, rook h7. So again, in this position, if king g6, queen f5 is mate. So therefore, you can't go king g6. That's the solution. And just make sure I don't screw this up, because that would suck. So this was the key that I'm allowed to let black take there. That was work. That was calculation. That was a lot of calculating. Okay, last one. Last one. Let's not screw this up. Okay, so equal material. I think I can take on b1 twice and then take the knight. So takes. I'm doing it. And I'm done. I'm going to get one wrong on purpose now. Okay, so that took me 40 minutes, which is slow. I had to restart a few times because I got sloppy. And then that last puzzle probably took me 10 minutes. But the warm-up is complete. So we can now play a game. So let's do that. Thank you, Mr. Cutie. That was tiring. Okay. So yesterday I didn't win a single game. I'd like to change that today. Hello, Ryan. The best air traffic controller on the east side. Hello, Clavinite. Okay, we have a knight c6 Sicilian. We might get a Sveshnikov. Opponent is 1964. Looks like he beat me in our previous encounter. I'm going to play a Maroxy Bind Accelerated Dragon. So this usually turns out pretty positional. Can I explain the moves? This is, well, in the beginning, I'm mostly remembering my theory. But this is an accelerated dragon. I'm playing a Maroxy Bind, which means the pawns are in c4. The thing is, if I explain things too much, I'm going to run out of time here. So it's a little strange move order that he's playing. I'm just going to play knight c3. I think normally knight f6 first, although maybe he was stopping e5, but that wasn't even a threat. Maybe he was stopping this. Okay. So now we're going to go bishop e2. I don't think f3 is needed because if knight g4, I mean, it's still interesting though, because knight g4, he can take on d4 after. Oh, you were here. You voyeur, you. Bishop e2, knight g4. I mean, I can take. I'm gonna play. Okay, no, let's go bishop e2. I forget. There's like a subtle difference. I don't really want to play f3 though, because I'm scared of queen b6. So, normally I don't really play f3 unless this type of thing happens, or unless I need to defend e4 again. Black had knight g4 previous move, but I think we just take. The thing is, after queen g4 though, maybe then I don't recapture. Maybe I just play f3 at that point. That's probably what it is, because then we get rid of our bad bishop. Okay, we'll look at that after the game. So here, I think queen d2, but the problem with that is knight g4 now. So now we will play f3, but it does allow queen b6, but then we have knight f5, I think. So f3, queen b6, knight f5, he takes on b2. No, you know what? I changed my mind. I am still going to play queen d2, because again, knight g4, I don't mind getting rid of this bishop, because this is a bad bishop because of these Maroxy Bind pawns. They're both on light squares, the same color as my bishop. So this is a bad bishop for that reason. This is a good bishop because it can get around these pawns. It's very mobile. So I think knight g4 is still playable, but okay. Take with the bishop here. And I'm still waiting. See, I told you that this is the thing. So once he puts a bishop on c6, that's when I'm going to play f3. I don't want to play it needlessly. And so I'm going to go rook a c1 here. And he's either going to play rook a c8 or bishop c6. Probably bishop c6. It's possible he plays queen c7 too. These moves are all kind of similar. He plays rook. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, okay. So I think he's doing this to wait and see what I'm doing. I think I'm going to play rook fd1 because there's no need to do anything else. He's not attacking anything. So let's do this. This protects the queen so that in some lines, if he goes queen a5, I can go knight d5. And then if he takes, we have positions of knight e7. Check, and then we retake the queen and we win a pawn. Okay, so finally he comes here. That's a weird time to do it, though. So he wants to trade bishops, which is actually, normally this is good for white, but here it's actually, normally white wants to avoid the bishop trade, believe it or not. And I can't actually go to e3 now, so that's an interesting move. So what if I take the knight? Because again, that's my bad bishop. And then play f3. That would be playable and interesting. I'm a little worried that he'll take on d4. I mean, it's the same thing pretty much, right? So that I could take the knight. That would be interesting. I know you guys probably want to go here, but I'm not so sure about that. So I think I either want to take on g4 or I want to play f3. The thing is, then this knight can harass me here, which is not so bad. f3. May go here right away. Then I play b3. I'm overthinking this. What if I go knight d5? Then I think he has to take. And okay, let's go knight d5. And then he might play e6. I'm gonna go knight d5. And then recapture here. That's an interesting move. What's an impressive? It's all relative. I don't know what impressive means in what context. Okay, so I totally overanalyzed a lot of that. It wasn't necessary to think that long because I know the ideas in this opening, but I can't help trying to play perfect in the opening. It's a bad habit. I just can't help it. Unknown, like, in my prep or in my known theory. I'm going to take a cough drop. Ryan, are you still reading the book? Do you have any time to read the book? I'm not 2000 ELO. Do you mean online rating? Okay, so I think he screwed up because now we have bishop b6. So queen, or can you do this? So queen e8, queen c, knight c7. He has to come back. I could force a draw here, but he's lower rated. But I burned so much time. All right, we come in here. Comes back. Okay, let's repeat once. Oh, I don't know if this is a move. No, it shouldn't be. Okay, so we repeat once just because that's the professional thing to do. But this literally achieves nothing. Oh, what? He didn't even calculate. He could have just repeated. Hello, Sudeep. I don't know why he did that. Strange. Well, it's a good thing. I mean, that's why you do the professional thing. It gives him a chance to screw up. Because I would have repeated twice, and then we would have had the original position. Okay. So, we don't need to bring this back. But I probably should before I get into trouble. Don't know where we should put it. So let's just move it somewhere. I was thinking putting it on B6. I wasn't sure if I want it to end up on C3 or D4. And here I can just go B3. And I have to really start picking up the pace now. Because, well, I burned a lot of time. And now I'm happy with trades. This is my good bishop, though. I don't really want to part with it. He might be looking at B5 ideas eventually. He might go rook C8 or rook D8. He's deciding which one. Whoa, how did I drop a pawn? Okay, I can get one back. Yeah, I got sloppy there. But oh wait. Yeah, so we could take and then get one back. That's my good bishop, but I do want my pawn back. And oh my god. Okay, let's take that. I don't know. I got sloppy there, and I didn't even consider he was going to do that. Okay, I got sloppy there. I got complacent because I won the exchange earlier. Now it's anyone's game. I do have a majority here. Let's improve this bishop. But yeah, I got complacent there. Okay. I'm happy you like it. No, I am proud of it. I've said that before. And okay, I'm just going to minimize chat. I'm minimizing chat. I really have to focus here. I don't know if I want G3 or H3. I'm going to offer a queen trade, actually. Okay. I was chatting too much. Now I really have to. I never should have dropped E4. Like, that was just sloppy. I got complacent because I won the exchange. Because he screwed up on letting me take on C8. And I let my guard down. I normally don't do that, but it happened here. And so I have chat minimized just because I really want to focus here and not respond to specific questions. We're going to bring in the king to protect E3. And then, is this a move? Not really. So if we can encourage that, okay, he saw that, okay. Let's go here. What I like about this is it forces F5. And I don't know if I want to be encouraging that, but his light squared bishop gets a little worse after F5, I feel. And he takes, so I'm happy with that. And so if he goes to C6, I don't know how easily I'm making progress. I could go G5. Then my king can already move. So I'm not sure about G5. I might just be encouraging his bishop to better pastures. I am going to play it, though, just because I do get more control over this bishop. And I'm going to go here because I have a little bit of a plan, which is to push my A and B pawns. Yeah, which I'm going to do immediately. Otherwise, his bishop comes in. Actually, he can't go to C3. I don't know why I thought he could. So I've got a minute 38. I really did play too slow in the opening. It always bites me in the butt. Now, this is a target, and he can't defend it. So that was a good plan by me. So he might have to try to go after my C-pawn. But this is still very tough because I have no time. There's no increment. I have the exchange for a pawn, which isn't, I mean, white's winning, but the time can't be understated. The time difference can't be understated here. So what if he does go rook c7? I don't really want, I mean, he's getting so but I do have an a pawn at the end of the day. He just forgot about my rook somehow, and he's going to resign now. Yeah, okay. So he made 2 big blunders. I spent too much time in the opening because I just can't help trying to play perfect in the opening. Okay, not the greatest game. Oh, but we'll take the W when we can. We'll take it. We'll take what we can get. You're tired of books talking at you instead of to you. I'm not quite sure what you mean, at least in the context of chess books. But I try to find a good balance between not talking down to readers and not making it like a NASA space manual, right? So giving readers credit that they can work and figure things out and understand more complicated stuff, but still guiding the reader along so it's not brutal to read. Okay, so I'm going to go straight to the engine on this one because I think I did a very good job, or at least a thorough job of describing the game. So this is the opening. So this is what happens. I like to play perfect in the opening, but then I burn all my time. See my move times. This is me. Burn all your time in the opening, play perfect, and then lose. But fortunately, I won this game. So I was just trying to. I was debating between like f3, but I think had he played knight g4, I think what we do is we take, but then we don't recapture. I think we don't recapture it. See, yeah, that's the thing. You don't recapture. Dude, that's actually winning here after knight c6. I forgot about this. It's actually a little complicated, but you can take. And if black retakes, then we're just up a piece. And if they take our queen, we take their queen. And I'm trying to remember the difference here. The difference is that we're still up a piece, and black has a piece hanging. We both have a piece hanging, but I'm currently up a piece. So I forgot that black can't actually recapture here first. So first they have to take on d4. And then white only holds a small edge, but this is still nice for white. And then we don't retake here. That's the other thing. So again, you don't play the expected move. Better is f3. You keep the good bishop. I keep talking. To me, that's what this opening boils down to, the good bishop and the bad bishop. So it's okay to get rid of the bad bishop, in this case, the light squared bishop. We keep the good one because this one goes around these 2 pawns, right? Okay. But I forgot that there was that knight c6 tactic. So that's why the efficient move was bishop e2. That's why I was like burning so much time in the opening trying to remember all these details. I mean, you can play f3, but I forget if it comes at some slight cost. I don't know. But it's still better to play bishop e2 because a lot of players might play knight g4. In fact, let's look in the database. No, at my level, only 1% of people play knight g4. I'm actually surprised about that. You'd think it'd be more than 1%. Okay. So this was all good. I thought he might play bishop c6, which is the main line. But he played rook c8. This was all good. Now, this is kind of funny. I played knight d5, which was good. But equally as good was actually to take the bishop. And Yeah, I wasn't sure about that. Because, again, that's my good bishop. But my move was good, too. And I'll show you the trap I was setting up here. If queen a5... Well, actually, queen a5 is a bad example because I can take. So never mind. I'll give you... Okay. Well, I'll show you in a different form. Here. If he played queen a5 here, we can play knight d5. It's a trap if he takes the queen because we win a pawn after e7. Then we take the queen and we just want a pawn on e7 here. Okay. So in the game, yeah, I played knight d5. He played... I was thinking about f4. Computer likes f4 amongst other moves, but it also liked bishop e6. And then, yeah, he can just repeat here. And I just did this because it didn't really cost me anything. I mean, I get the bishop on b6. I get it off of this trade, and I control d8. But he just assumed that I have some good discovery. Maybe I do have a good discovery. No, I don't. I don't. So I don't know why he didn't go queen d8. I would have went knight d5. And then after queen a8, I would have found some other move. What's funny is the computer says that knight a8 is also playable. But all that does is repeat again. It just repeats again. And that's actually very dangerous to do because the third time, this might be the third time, might be a draw there. So that's just getting silly. Okay. But then he just didn't calculate. He just assumed he couldn't go queen d8. So he gave me the exchange. I got out of there. Computer is saying c5. That's a next level move. Yeah, this is totally the type of move that I wouldn't consider. It's just right above my level. That's like for online rating, online lead chess, that's probably like 2300 level move. It's just, yeah, it's not even on my radar, c5. I'm not even sure what it's doing exactly. It just wants to get the white's pieces more active, I guess. Maybe improve this bishop now. I don't know. But that's the that's the next level up. I'm not finding those moves at my level. And this was all good. And then I just dropped this pawn. So I should have just played f3, man. This was so bad. Okay, that was really bad. And then it also doesn't like me taking on e5. This was like the worst move I made all game, apparently. It wants me to go f4. And then it wants me to trade bishops again. So the knight moves, and then it wants this again. Actually, here it does make sense to trade because we lost a pawn, but we are up the exchange. Control Alt Win, no thank you. So that actually does make sense, f4, but I took. But this also trades, so I don't. But then of course we're trading a bishop for a knight. I just got a little bit scared at this point. Yeah, I guess this was not. I kind of flinched here. I shouldn't have taken that. The knight just looked strong to me. So any other move would have been better. And then this was all more or less okay. I'm a little low on the clock. I'm up the exchange. And then, yeah, I'm winning here. It actually doesn't like b4 because of rook a7. And then after a4, f6. I don't know. That's surprising, but the point is I can't take on b6, or he takes on a4. He keeps trading. He's getting closer and closer to an equal game. So again, it wants c5 because he can't take with the d pawn because I can recapture, right? Because of the pin. And he can't take with the b pawn because of the pin. So wow, again, that's the type of move that with little time in the clock, I'm not even considering. That's, again, the next level move. That's the next tier up from where I'm at. That's like a 2250 level move. I'm just not considering these moves like c5. And and then he blundered the bishop. But I was still better here, but it would have been close because of the time difference. Okay, before I play another game, let me exhale a little bit here. Oh, because that's a lot of talking, nonstop talking. Oh. Let's play the game. What's in Dizzy's drink? We played this yesterday. What's in Dizzy's drink? Correct, it's not chai. If you want a hint, you look up here. That's a big hint. Okay, let's play another game. Smoothie is correct. But what's in a smoothie? But good, yeah, it is a smoothie. Oh, do I not have chat on the other scene? Interesting. Okay. Oh, close. There is a banana in it. Okay, here we have a Pierce playing Ginger. It's a brand new account, guys. 2 weeks old. Okay, well, we're losing this game probably. No strawberries, but there's a banana in there. Okay, let me focus a little bit. Okay, yesterday I played Bishop F4. Today, let's go Bishop E3. No strawberries. I haven't played this in a long time. Queen D2. Is there knight? Is this whole knight G4 again? I don't think there is here, because I think I can just move the bishop to G5 or even F4. And man, we get this again. So we're going to go to G5. This is the line. I think H6 is the line. And I actually wonder if I can put it. No, because then we could probably do it either way. But we're just going to be normal and put it on H4. There is blue. Yeah, good job, blueberry. There's a lot of blueberries in here, Saeed. Good job. Banana, blue. I don't actually, normally I put more stuff in this. But there's more than that. There's more ingredients. So banana, there's one banana. But okay. I got to focus, man. You guys are, okay. I started the game. I can't blame you guys. I told you guys to guess. Banana is correct. Blueberry correct. Here's another look. E5 looks wrong. There's no chocolate. When I drink smoothies, I don't really drink them for taste. I try to be healthy. Well, I have to defend this or push it or trade it off. So I could go knight F3, which is kind of what I want, what I really, really want. So let's do that. I burned a lot of time here. But again, I'm probably going to lose because this is a brand new account. There's no peanut butter. Sometimes I do put peanut butter in for protein. There's no peanut butter. And normally I put yogurt, but I'm out of yogurt, so there's no yogurt. There's 4 more ingredients, I think. 3 or 4 more ingredients that you guys aren't guessing. Okay, so now he's attacking this. So can I castle? And then if takes... No, because I have 2 big boys in front. So I think I have to push or take now. I don't really want to take because then his other knight comes in, but maybe that's not so bad. Did he take with the D pawn? What do I think about that? I don't mind it. If he takes with the... See, I mean, okay. Do I want to take... I don't really want to push either. Knight E7, maybe. Excuse me, maybe knight G8. He's going to break here. This is all going to open. Okay, let's take... So the hint is there's no more sweet stuff in there. The banana was the only sweet thing in there. No maple syrup. I'm not that Canadian. There's water, but I'm not counting that as an ingredient. Okay. What do I think about knight f3? I don't think I mind it, right? Because I can take with a g pawn, I secure e4, and I hit his knight. So I'm not concerned about this. I think I'm going to castle here. Wow, my time's really going to burn in this game. Oats, good job, it's too deep. Yeah, there's oats in here. Regular oats. Okay, so there's 3 more items. 3 more items in. We're playing guess what's in my smoothie. Okay, so he takes back with the knight. I'm going to lose this game because we're focusing far too much on guess what's in my smoothie. But it's a fun game. It's more fun than the actual game we're playing. Okay, so what is going on? Can I go f4 here? Kicking out that knight. I like f4. Is knight f3 an issue? Perhaps. Perhaps. I'm going to play it though. I don't know. I'm a little scared though. It's a Okay, let's play. I don't know. It's a little bit of a speculative move. And I think I'm taking with the bishop. But taking with the queen is interesting. He could then force a queen trade. I think I'm going to take it with the bishop. I don't really want to trade queens here. His king's still in the middle. Three more. Math is not one of the items. Okay, you took with the bishop here. So I could trade this off. But then he's got knight c4 after. Take. Or could he even play it right away? No. Okay, can I do this? Am I trading this? Okay, let's trade that. No more sweet stuff, I said. There's 3 more items. The only sweet thing was a banana. Oh, I don't know why I'm getting angry. It's not easy to guess what's in there. But I did say no sweet stuff. Okay, I'm going to flag 100%. So we could hit the queen, which doesn't really do much. You can just go to h5. Could threaten a fork. Is he threatening to take here? He is in that case. Maybe I do come here and then I go knight d5. No protein powder. Do I look like I work out? Okay, so yeah, so if he goes queen h5 and then maybe I trade. I don't really want to be trading. Okay, I'm gonna go bishop g3. Just get it safe. And then I think I'm going knight d5. Can he still just castle, though? This might all be for nothing. But the knight is still on a nice square. And I'm threatening queen c3 a little bit. Maybe even queen a5. Queen a5 wins a pawn, actually. That wins a pawn. So that's a decent plan. Yeah, so queen h5. I can't play. Okay, what? Risky. Okay, so this does nothing, or does it? No, it doesn't. Okay, kind of a risky move though. Okay, can I continue with this plan? I don't know, but I don't have time. Is takes there? No, I think we're okay. Okay, so let's go this. Gonna flag, but it's a new account, so I'm expecting to lose. Yeah, and then I was gonna go queen a5 here because he drops a pawn, but then I do drop this bishop, so maybe I trade it off, or I go here. No, let's take, and then I'm gonna go queen a5 because I win a pawn. It's all coming as planned. I do lose e4 though, but no, this is okay. So, okay, I mean, we have 2 minutes, so let's just move. Yeah, I do lose e4 though, like after this. But I'm threatening mate still, so I don't lose e4. But I'm happy that I saw this knight d5, queen a5 thing. He could bring in the queen, but he's still losing a pawn. Okay, so the other 3 items that none of you guessed was a cucumber. Normally I put in spring greens, but they were rotting. Yeah, so cucumber, all brand buds. Oh yeah, no, and that's everything. And then you guys guessed everything. Okay, so back to the game. I could move the queen again. I could also, what about this check and then a rook lift? Ooh, baby, we're getting somewhere. How about a rook lift right away? Yeah, because this is, if we get the rook here, that's a mate. So, can we get away with rook d4? I actually think we might be able to. Wow. He's got knight c6, but oh shit. Knight c6, or does he? That doesn't even work. Oh, yeah, it does though, because then he's got knight 8. But then I have b4. But then he attacks me. Okay, let's do it though. This is risky because I'm not sure. Knight c6, I think he has knight e5 at the end. And I'm getting a little slow there because I sacrificed my knight on b6, right? And yeah, so he finds it. But maybe I go rook a4 first. Okay, so check, knight a4. I have b4, but it is kind of slow. I can also take, right? Take, check, boom. It's not quite enough. Yeah, or I can go here first. Okay, let's go here first. Because we're threatening knight b6. So if a6, we have check, and he's actually okay there. He's actually okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised he's finding these moves. We have check. And then check, and we might have mate. The knight and the queen are too good as a combo. Too good as a combo. Now, this is mate in 2. So we're just going to go for the mate in 2. Knight and queen. Oh, this was a lovely combo, though, this whole thing. This attack, I'm happy with myself there. Because I'm not an aggressive player. Ooh. And that was while playing the Guess in the Smoothie game. Yeah, I am happy with that one. Because lately I've been working on playing more aggressively. And yeah, I saw that whole knight d5 queen. I mean, you guys heard it. That whole knight d5 queen a5 idea, winning a pawn. And then I saw that there was some mate threat. So I did the rook lift. I'm still not sure if the rook lift was sound. But we had to play it. 16 viewers. Wow, it's almost a record. I think 17 might be my record. Yeah, it was scary. It was a little bit speculative. It was risky, but look at my clock. I had to take a risk. So let's take a look at that from the beginning. So I play everything against the Pierts. Yesterday I played bishop f4, but I played pretty much everything against it. And, well, this is a move, I believe, but after bishop g5, white is okay. And then I spent a long time here after e5. So e5, yeah, I don't know. It almost seemed a little early for such a move because black's king is still in the center. But, yeah, it did kind of confuse me because there's a lot going on here. I played knight f3. I didn't want to take because he just improves his knight, right? Or he might just simplify to an endgame. So I wanted to kind of keep these weaknesses intact. You know, some uncertainty with this e-pawn, the tension, his king in the middle, the weak g-pawn being pushed. f3 instead of knight f3. f3, well, I don't really like f3 for a few reasons. One, we take a good square away from our knight. So where does this knight go now? You know, so we have less choices. The other thing I don't like about it is, well, now there might not be a kingside castling possibility. It might be okay, but those are the reasons I don't really want to play f3 here. So knight f3. Then I took castled. And I like this plan of not caring if he takes on f3 because, again, we kick out his knight, we strengthen the e-pawn, and we keep developing, right? Black's king still in the middle while we are progressing. And I think I spent a while here on this f4 move. A little bit a little bit risky. And yeah, I spent a lot of time on these moves here. And then I came up with this plan that if he castles, we have queen a5. And if he doesn't castle, or if he does nothing, I'm threatening the fork. So maybe he should have played like king d7. Or king f8. Yeah. He might have to play king d7 here. And then I think it's pretty equal. Or maybe I'm still a little bit better there. Because I can still go queen a5. I'm not winning a pawn here, but it's getting close to there being tactics. Or, well, I'm dropping this, but still, we can do something. We can take and then, yeah, do stuff like that. But I think it's pretty equal there. But he castled, and then I took the bishop first, and then I went queen a5. Yeah, and then, yeah, just saw this threat. I was tempted to do it first, but again, I thought there was... It might have transposed, actually. But I was also worried about stuff like... No, I probably would transpose. Losing my voice a little bit here. And then I saw that he had... Where was it? Yeah, I saw... So if knight b6, I saw that he had knight a5. And then I know I can keep attacking with b4, but... Maybe that was still good. But I thought after b4, like, he attacks my queen. Yeah, see, and then it's... I don't know, right? See... That, yeah, then I don't think I'm better there. So that's why I went rook a5 first. And then I didn't see this at first, but I saw knight b6. But then what are we doing after king a7? A whole lot of nothing. And we can almost take. It's not quite anything. Yeah, so after king a7, we have nothing. So we had to look at something bigger, and then I saw that his, the knight is only defended by the b7 pawn. So, and then I didn't calculate beyond that. Once I saw that we win the knight, that was good enough for me because the queen and the knight are just too good. They're literally the best combination of pieces for 2 pieces, because they support each other's uniqueness, right? The queen can go diagonally and straight. The knight can go in its knight move path. So a knight and a queen hunting a king is much stronger than a queen and a bishop most of the time, because they complement each other's movements. So with no pieces to defend, the queen and the knight here, I figured there must be a mate. Okay, let's look at that. What's the engine? So pretty good. It says 1 blunder near the end when I was short in time. Yeah, the opening was fine. Go to the analysis screen here. Yeah, see, the computer doesn't like F3 at all. It hates it, actually. Well, for one thing, we're dropping D4. I'm not sure if that was a position. Yeah, you're just dropping D4. That's another reason for knight F3. But I think even without this, well, I guess we can't really say because the knight has to move. Yeah, so this was all good. And this was a blunder, queen h4, because of these moves. Computer is actually suggesting to first take on e5 for some reason. Maybe because of what happened, the knight can defend. But I didn't really want to open things up. But this was still winning. Yeah, rook d4 was the best move, but everything was winning. Oh, so this was the blunder. It actually wants to go knight b6 first. It wants to do this and then b4? No. Oh, queen b6. So b4 is actually losing for white. Because the queen can go to g5 apparently and defend. So I didn't see queen g6. Where was it here? Here. Oh, I didn't even see knight a7. I saw knight a5. I didn't even see knight a7 either. But this still wins. So, yeah, so queen b6. Really, I'm a little surprised. So if he runs, computer likes to take on d6, but this is winning as well. Probably for similar. Do we need this bishop? Does that make this winning? I think that's why. Because I'm trying to ignore moves that involve this bishop. Yeah, so I'm not sure, but I think queen b6 is winning because of this bishop here. So but yeah, but rook a, this is winning too. But the best move here for black is bishop d4. I forgot about this. I should have seen this. Because a similar idea is a defensive maneuver in the Greek gift. Okay, I'm going to play another game. (2033) opponent. Established account. White again. A slow move number 2. But yeah, nice to get a win. Yesterday, no wins. We have a Roy Lopez. What are we going to get? Marshall? A closed? Schliemann? Okay. I sense it closed. Very slow moves from my opponent. They got a good connection. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Okay. This is like the Rio, I think. I was just looking at this game a few days ago, this opening, Fisher, who was he playing? He was playing somebody. Fisher was white. Oh, who was it? Wachowski? No, it was some other guy. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I was just looking at this. I was just looking at a game by Fisher. What did Fisher do? I think this is it Bishop D5 here? What is it? This seems like a mistake. I don't know what the right move is, though. You can't push the D pawn. Yeah, maybe it was D5. I think D5 is the move. Oh, right. And in that game, the guy didn't play D5. The other guy, he played something weird as well. I forget what it was, though. He played something else. Okay, so I think D5 is the main line. I could be wrong. And what are we doing here? Are we going to take on E5? Or are we going to go rook E1? But then there's D5 again. I don't want to see D5. I don't want to see D5. So I'm either pushing or taking. So D5 ourselves. What do we think about that? And then take. I don't mind D5 ourselves. I don't mind it. Or I could take on E5. I'm not sure what I think about that, though, at castles. It's possible rook e1 is a move, and then d5 we would just take. Oh, no, Lichess is going to restart. Yeah, I'm warming up to... But then again, there's this pin. Rook e1, there's d5, and there's this bishop g5. I don't want to see that. Yeah, so I'm either taking or pushing again. Okay, let's take... I don't know. It's a coin flip. They both look fine to me. And then bishop d5 and then take. Actually, where is this knight going? I guess it can go to... Can it go here? Yeah, it can. Yeah, Lichess is going to restart halfway through the game. Okay, what about rook e1, d5 again? No, I can take. Okay, so rook e1 now, right? Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. So knight c5. Yeah, I don't know this opening too well, as you can tell. But yeah, it's funny. I was just looking at it like 3 days ago. I have it bookmarked to the game after this game. In that, I think he was playing a guy I'd never heard of before. Some crazy name. Okay, so I assume his bishop's going to go to b7, or her bishop. I could go knight c3. Let's just go knight c3. Let's just develop here. Let's just develop. We'll pre-move this, and then, so they might take on f3 and then go bishop b7. And then I might go queen g3. Then there's bishop h4. Yeah, so bishop b7, queen g3, bishop h4. So maybe I should just go queen g5. Actually, well, he's got knight a5, right? Okay. You know what you can actually do in these positions? You can actually go the very weird, this is a weird move, but I love it. I think we can play it here because what can they do about it? Nothing. It's funny. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it. I love it. It's a move you don't consider because it looks stupid. Like it looks stupid, doesn't it? But what can black do? Nothing. Like it's the stupidest looking move. You put your bishop, you know. Maybe it's just me. Oh wait, shit. Can he take on e5? No. Yeah. So I love it because it looks stupid, but what are you going to do about it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I love it. Oh, bishop d5 is so cool. Okay. And so now, yeah, I love it. Oh, bishop d5 is awesome. Okay. So is b4 a threat? Knight e2 takes. Yeah, okay, so this is a little bit of a threat. Do I want to play a3? Okay, let's play a3. It's a little slow though. I'm not sure about it. He might still play it. I'm not sure about it. a3 might be not great. I'm still happy about bishop d5 though. What do you guys think about bishop d5? I'm the only one that finds that cool. Really? I'm the only one? I first started seeing this like a year and a half ago or so. Okay, so do we have knight? Actually, I could take and then knight e4. So knight e4 right away, you can take on e5. If I take first and then knight e4, he takes here. It's going to be... Oh, I have a lifeline, though. But then this bishop hangs. Oh, tactical. Yeah, it takes... Plus there's this. Okay, so we can't do that. Okay. Can I go bishop f4? Is this a move? Oh my god. Queen g5? Maybe queen g4? Okay, queen g4. Getting a bit tight on the clock here. They somehow forgot that the queen was not protected. I wonder what they were thinking. Because that's not really a mouse slip. I don't know what that was. Because that's not a mouse slip. And you're not playing g5. So it's not like a mouse slip on that square. So I'm not... I think they just got confused. Like I don't know. They got confused somehow that I was going to take on g5. And then they were going to recapture. But somehow they took on c1 and then they just forgot. It was a weird... Yeah, I don't know. It was a strange ending. Let's look at that with the engine. Still coughing, as you can see, but I am getting better day by day. Yeah, good viewership today. Hey, 14 viewers. I was going to end it here, actually, but there's a lot of viewers right now. I wonder if I should keep going. If I get 5 people to tell me to keep going, I'll play another one, even though I'm tired. Okay, but let's look at the game. Let's analyze it. So, yeah, and let me get that book. Because I was telling you, I was just looking at this the other day. So, the famous book, My 60 Memorable Games. So, I think it was the last game I looked at. It was. That's why it's so fresh. See, it was this game right here. See, this guy I've never heard of before. Fish. I'm trying to line it up here. Oh, here we go. Fisher Trifunovic. And in that game, after B5, the guy went, he took on D4. So that Trifunovic took on D4. And the funny thing is, Fisher said, considered to be weak, and it is. But Trifunovic must have had some equalizing idea in mind, since he rarely chooses a genuinely risky line. The tried and tested D5 must be played. Where was it? Yeah, here, D5. And so my opponent played Bishop E7. That's why I said during the game, I thought D5 is the move here. And that's why I kind of thought for a while, because I thought, is there a way to exploit Bishop E7? Yeah, so that's interesting. And after E takes D4, Fisher played Rook E1. Yeah, which is the main line. Yeah, and after D5, it looks like there's different ways to play. Oh yeah, I think I remember this. I think a lot of modern players play knight. Is it here? No, I'm thinking of a different opening. Yeah, so he played Bishop E7, he or she, in my game. And yeah, I was torn, right? I was really torn. So I didn't play Rook E1 because I didn't want D5. And it's a good thing I didn't, because yeah, D5 is equalizing. I considered D5. I was really strongly considering this. But I ended up taking on E5, which appears to be best. And so I played Rook E1, which is fine, but I could have also played Bishop D5 right away. And again, I love this idea. It's such a weird move, but there's nothing that black can do about this bishop. At least nothing I have to worry about. And it's just weird in the opening to be able to put a piece in the middle and your opponent can't do anything about it. It's so weird. I mean, he's got to spend a lot of moves to to do something. So I took and played Rook E1, and then I played Bishop. Oh no! Then I played Knight C3. The computer actually wants me to take on G5, and that's the main line. So what's the idea here? Oh, I see. So it's to otherwise. So Knight C3, they can go Knight E6, and I think Black's position starts to solidify a bit. I don't know. That still seems decent for White, though. I mean, we're talking about a 30 cent pawn difference, so it's not really a huge deal, really. But yeah, Knight E6 was apparently a little bit better. And then what would I do here, like in a game, if this had happened? I don't know. Let's say we go Knight D5. Already they're getting the bishop pair back. So, yeah. So apparently here, taking first, and then Knight C3. And then if Knight A5. Okay. But this is what happened in the game. Then I played Bishop D5, which is actually bad. After all of the glamorizing I did of it. So the computer liked it earlier, like around here. It liked it now. But it doesn't like it when I played it. And the reason is because of B4. And then if I move my knight somewhere, let's say to D1, there's knight d4. And I think I'm losing a pawn. Because how do I defend both of these squares? Like queen g4. I guess it can be defended here, but we just lost the bishop. So now black has a bishop pair. So it didn't work in this case because of b4 and then knight. Excuse me, knight d4. So the best move here was queen g4. We're threatening bishop h6. And if g6, we can still play bishop h6. And then the knight comes into f6 probably. Plus this is pinned. Yeah, we're threatening a lot of things here. Yeah, this is just a nice position. Queen f4 is apparently the best move. Hello, Fali. What's the idea here? I guess he can't protect this. He's just going to, lose the exchange here. Even then, he can't do that. Wow. So, so at least bishop d5, it's a very useful tool to have, but you got to time it right, apparently. So I played a3 because I did recognize it after I played it. I recognized that b4 could cause me some headache. So I did play a3. And then and queen g4 is one of the best moves. I thought for a long time here, over a minute. He took, and then he just dropped the queen. So they just had a brain fart, as they say. But white's better here, but it's still a game. It would have been pretty close because, white is +1, but look at the time difference. So the main thing about this game that I could have improved upon was, well, bishop d5 doesn't work tactically in this position because of b4, followed by knight d4. No matter where I go, I think he can just go knight d4, and then there's attacks everywhere in my camp. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to end it there. Just short of a 2-hour stream. I know there's a lot of viewers. For me, there's a lot of viewers in the stream right now, so I feel bad about ending it now. But on the same token, is that how you say it? Is that the phrase? Is that even a phrase, on the same token? I don't even think that's a phrase. But anyways, I am still coughing a bit because I'm recovering from COVID still. So I don't want to overdo it because the longer I keep the stream going, the more I'm going to be coughing. So let's end it here on a good note too. I don't think I lost a game tonight. So I did Puzzle Streak of 41 as a warm-up. Took me 40 minutes. And then I played, I think it was it 3 games? I thought I played more than 3. Yeah, I played 3 games and I got 3 wins. So making up for yesterday's poor performance. Yeah, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching. If you're new to my stream, feel free to subscribe. I stream pretty much every day, starting at around, these days, between 8 and 9 p.m. Pacific time. Again, thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night.